here at Baltimore's M&T Bank Stadium. Today, a good one in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens. Santos out for the opening kick. And we're underway from the bank. Rasheen Ali on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Check this one down, complete to the fullback. This is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Lamar's going to keep this one. Gets him close to 8 on that effort. Nice slide at the end. That brings up third down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Going to the ground again on first. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play fake, Jackson. He'll try and run this. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Man in motion, out of the slot. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Hit made by T.J. Edwards.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Changing it up here, Jackson. Now here he goes again. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Trying to get outside with Henry. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Jackson to throw it. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Oh, he's going to run for it. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Baltimore 1st down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Now, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
That is Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Devin Duvernay to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
He's somebody who has made a career of extending and creating plays. I mean, there are often times, Kate, where I just would sit aghast. How did he do that? How does he make that throw on the run? Now he's got to take the spectacular and just add a whole level of consistency.
Coming out throwing is Williams. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it as they take him down for a loss. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. The defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
On fourth down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. This is ahead for about 5. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Another run for Henry. And not much space available there, maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd and just 2 to go. Trying to get it with the option. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Running once more with Henry. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Bears in the nickel. 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st down, Jackson. Has it in close. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. Let's examine this flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Lamar now from the gun. Makes the catch. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st down throw for Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Toss now to Henry. He's got it in the red zone. And they they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
He'll always sign off on it when that particular call comes in the headset and the running back gets a chance to hear. The toss is his chance to get outside quickly and let that athleticism shine as he dances through the defense.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Lamar off the play fake. The left side caught by Andrews. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 13-0 lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Here's Luke for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds him over the middle. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Williams with the sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. And the Bears, first down. 1st and 10.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Running behind center with Swift. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Williams set to pass. They set up the screen here to Swift. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And it's a nickel set for the Ravens. 3rd down. Williams from the gun. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down throw by Williams. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Now at midfield after that loss. Here's 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, get to Swift. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. Our score, 14-0. Back to the bank in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Torrey Taylor on to punt. And they could really use a good one here. And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
In truth, Kate, kind of felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, well, they're not going to back down here on 2nd down as well.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the pistol, Henry. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This is a tough spot to punt. Got to convert here on 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. They'll make a big for it on the ground.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. One play action. Williams. He's running with it. On the 40. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They get 35 out of that one. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
They're going to run here. Kyle Manunga dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Running with Swift out of the gun. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8, third down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
He's going to keep this one, and he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Bears first down. First and goal.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Williams on the play action. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears make it a 1-score game in the first half. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Bears 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. Up to the races, middle of the field. Into the red zone. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 13-point lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Okay, we're not even to halftime, and this guy has already got a game's worth of success. And the great thing is that, yes, it benefits him individually, statistically, but you know it just sets the table for everybody else because that play-action pass should be devastating.
Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Ravens 21, Bears 7.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. He's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
The Bears 1st down. A gain of 12.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st down, ball at the 36. Williams to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. DeAndre Swift, his intended target there out of the backfield. So that brings up 2nd down.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. Steps up, and he's running with it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Williams off the play fake. Throw right side hauled in by Komet. They got the football, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Baltimore running its offense out now. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. From the gun, a run for Henry. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock it behind the sticks. Job well done there.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Jackson keeping it himself. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
Jackson now on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Jordan Stout on now to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They're on the counter with Swift. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during the game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, and head the other way for a big run.
1st down, Williams to throw. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to score! Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears make it a one-score game in the 1st half. It's a Roma Odunze touchdown! So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Bears 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Hill now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion right. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. They'll motion a tight end left. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Bears bringing out an extra DB here, 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bears and Rome Odunze headed back out on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Williams on 1st down. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens get the football with a very short field ahead, just a little outside the 20. It looked to me like that was actually his primary read on the play partner, but it's picked off before the ball could get there.
Yeah, definitely some advanced scouting by this defense. They know that that running back can be dangerous as a pass receiver as well, like so many in the league today. This defense was ready. Offense wanted to create that matchup, but the defense, they were prepared, and they took it away.
Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Trying to get outside with Henry. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. It's Henry on the counter. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. Here's Luke for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Ravens 28, Bears 14.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there 1 play before they were picked off.
Now, kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll run it with Manunga. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. He gets Gets it up to the 35, but this is short. Third down coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and 1.
Third and a lone yard coming up. QB sneak coming. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
First down, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So second down coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
No place to go. Ravens take him down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
Well, this guy's been an animal on the ground today with some great results. A little surprising there, Kate, to see a sack so far behind the line of scrimmage. But that's a welcome sack defensively after seeing him do so much damage with his legs.
Not an enviable spot as they come up third and long. And he's got a free play here. He lofts it deep right side. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still third down.
A little bit of help with the penalty, but still quite a daunting third down for him here. Third and long for him here. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting into practice right here. Don't see a throw you like. It's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Torrey Taylor getting set to punt it once again. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding. Receiving team.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. Flying down the middle with Henry. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Finds his fullback. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens trying to add to their lead. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Lamar now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Lamar throwing again. The left side caught by Andrews. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Jackson, quick pass wide. And he's taken down at the 30. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 now from the 30. And again, it's Jackson. Now he takes it. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Lamar's going to keep this one. He slides down inside the 5-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Lamar back to throw. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21.
Bears 14.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Williams to throw on first. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Back to throw it. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chicago offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this 3rd quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. First down throw by Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Williams from the gun. Big strike here to Moore. And they're going to have it all the way down near the 25.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down, here's Swift. And they're full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Williams. This is Loveland working the right side. And that bounces out before anyone can make a recovery. They're going to have this one inside the 10. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You can almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Man in motion here. Now Williams. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Oh, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the first down play, forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult third down now staring you in the face.
Need a touchdown here as they line up for third and goal. Here he goes, third and long. They set the screen here to Swift. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
So on fourth down, that is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Santos' kick is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
I would imagine, Kate, that they hope that's the spark that starts a second half inferno of a comeback. Could scarcely afford to come away empty-handed with points on that opening drive, and they didn't.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Ali to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. The drive begins with Henry, and he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Another run for Henry. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
So now here's third and 5. They run. Here's Henry. This is not going to get it done on third down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bears about set for their next possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Williams off the play fake. Hits him on the out route. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Chicago first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Chicago.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Gets this over the middle. It's Komet. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Williams. On the move, past the 40. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time.
Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag.
Pass interference. Defense.
So not an easy feat by any means, Brock. Scoring on the play with interference, and they, of course, decline it and take the touchdown.
Yeah, you talk about it, and you love to see it. Guys that can play through that contact, kind of like in basketball, right? You take a foul, but you still finish the hoop. It's the same thing with these pass catchers on the other end of it. Those that can play through contact, they tend to separate themselves.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears make it an 11-point ball game.
35. Bears 24.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Ali to return it. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. We see the Ravens making their way out now. That last touchdown given up cut their lead to 2 scores as they get started here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. Finding Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
To save Flowers. Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Jackson. Completed over the middle. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
3rd and just 2 to go. Henry's going to try to pick it up. They'll have the 1st down and even more. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Brought in. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. Trucks a defender. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Fullback trying to power it across. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Ooh, option play, 2nd and goal. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Here's Luke for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens push their lead to 18.
Bears 24.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Duvernay on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. At the gun, here's Williams. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Running behind center with Swift. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually, you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Ravens crowding the passing lanes. They go into the dime for 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Hauled in down the sideline. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. To throw, Williams. Dump off caught by his back. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Oh, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Williams set to pass. That's another quick hitter. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
You know what I love to say, you never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Williams with the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign him for it.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And now it's 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Williams to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. He's going to keep this one. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Throwing out to the left. Cut. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears make it an 11-point ball game.
42, Bears 31.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Ali to return it. take this to the 28 before going down. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Finds his fullback. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Henry. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
This is Henry on 2nd. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Ravens have the football, and more importantly, partner, a solid lead. Bears in the nickel, 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Got his man. Hopkins has it. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting a completion. It was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
On the pistol, Henry. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. It's complete, play made by Bateman. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Lamar now from the gun. Pass pulled in by Henry. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
He was brought down by Deshaun Wright. a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Handoff headed right to Henry. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Lute, gonna try this field goal for the Ravens. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Luke knocks it through, and that extends their lead to 14.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Duvernay on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. They've got 1st down from the 31. Here's Swift to start the drive. Shoots away from one. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He keeps it and takes off.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, it's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Williams from the gun. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Running with Swift out of the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll run it with Monunga. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down. throw. 3rd and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. Santos' kick is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He'll now to return it. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Ooh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. And this one doesn't go far.
That is so difficult to do with so much traffic. You're going to see the short pass gets tipped, and you really don't have much time other than to just react and make the catch. Exactly what he does.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Third and long, they're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. This drive is going to begin with a run by Swift. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
For a Bears 1st down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
1st down, Williams to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last 2nd attempt to get rid of it.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Will work against the blitz. Dumps it off to his running back. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
First down throw by Williams. Brought in right side by Moore. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, here's Swift. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up second down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's second and 11. Now it's Mananga. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. Secured by Burden on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. Tracking for it, and it's good! And it pulls him back within one score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
That lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Hill now to return it. They dodge the tackle. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 36-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play action, here's Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
1st and 10 at the
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
That's completed right side. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 40. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st down and goal to go.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. to not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
They'll run here with Henry. And he's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Cutting in the goal line. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens lead by 15 now.
Ravens 52, Bears 37.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. Keeps away from 1. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Bears facing a 15-point deficit. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Working from the gun, Williams. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Trying to throw this from the gun. Fits it through the middle. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
We always hear about a tight end as a quarterback's best friend. That play is so indicative of it, Kate. You love a big target, and you know if you could hit him in stride, he's got a chance to get some big yards after the catch.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. From the pocket, looking for a target.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal. To the air yet again, Williams. Looking, Ravens get him, down he goes. Timeout Chicago, it uses its 2nd. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
6 yards. It's third down and goal.
Third and goal, defense in the dime with their backs against the wall. Here he is to throw. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown! I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point try coming. This would importantly make it a one-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the fourth.
Makes the score. Ravens 52. Bears 44.
So everything comes down to this onside kick with less than a minute to go. And this is going to be recovered by the Ravens. And they're moments away now from celebrating a win. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation,
That
yep.
is all that you're thinking right now, is just make these plays, run out this clock so we can take one more knee and celebrate.
The Ravens in victory formation and content to just need this one out. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the video. And more importantly, share it with your friends.